What's up, y'all? It's Mary.
And Alma.
And today we are going to be talking about
Mykelti. She is reading the chapter, Becoming Sister Wives, and she's reading the chapter about family. And we had a real treat because she talked about the three wives. She read the whole chapter, what each of the wives said about family.
right.
And she had already read Mary's, so now she read Janelle's, Christine, and Robin. So when she's talking about herself, and this was after she had read Christine's chapter, Christine was talking about that Aspen and Mykelti especially were always trying to push the boundaries, her boundaries, right, and the rules. And the one thing that she struggled with them with was their lack of modesty, like with wearing modest clothing, like trying to show a little cleavage here and stuff like that, showing too much skin. And so Mykelti was like, yes, she did push that boundary. She said, but she was doing that because she was trying to get attention. One, she was trying to get, yes, attention from boys, but also probably maybe attention from the parents too. Because I think there was a time we talked about, you were saying, Mary, that that's one thing about when you have a lot of kids.
You don't really get a lot of
You don't have a lot of
time.
time, and so they are always kind of like trying to get attention and doing things to seek the attention of their parents. Well, Mykelti also said that she also wanted her own identity. And also it was one thing that she could control, the clothes that she wears, you know? And I think sometimes, like as parents, you just have to choose your battles too.
Yeah.
You know, like if a child is, don't make too big a deal like about clothing and hairstyles and stuff like that. I try not to make, because that's just a little thing as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Anyway, she revealed that there was this instant when she went out with a guy and her mom had to like check her phone and stuff just to make sure that this guy was just a friend, because she kept on saying it was a friend and not something more. So her Christine and Cody actually checked her whole entire phone to read, to see how the relationship really was. And they said, okay, well, it seems as though he really is just a friend. So she was able to go to the movies with him. And she was like, yeah, it was very platonic because actually he liked a girl and I also like the same girl.
And are we surprised by this revelation? But how old was she?
Stunned. I think she was 15 or 16. So I was like, whoa.
That was quite shocking.
I mean, we knew about, are there two of them?
Gwendolyn and
okay,
Leon.
It's Gwendolyn and yes, Leon. So I was like, oh. And she's like, yeah, she was in that phase. What I'm getting is she's no longer there.
Yeah.
Right? But this
Probably
was something.
Was just curious at a young age or whatever the case may be. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, this was something that, she went through. And I was just like, She also talked about, Janelle talked about a time when she was driving and she saw Mykelti in a place that Mykelti wasn't supposed to be. Well, Janelle doesn't say the child's name. She just said that there was a child who was somewhere where she was not supposed to be. And so she called the parent to say, hey, I saw your child walking out here on the street. She says she's supposed to be here. She doesn't say the gender either. But she said when she called the parents was like, oh, yeah, the person's supposed to be there, no problem. Mykelti said it was her. She was walking around with a boy that she liked. And she had asked her mom, can I go for a walk? And her mom said yes. What she didn't tell her mom was she was going to walk with a boy. So, so she was walking.
Oh, that was clever.
So she was walking with this boy, and then they got to a place where she's like, okay, it's almost time for me to, like, it's close to my house. So you walk away, and I'll walk home. So she said the boy had just walked away when, who do you know? Honk, honk. There goes Mama Janelle. And she called her, what you doing out here? You ain't supposed to be out here this far. And she says, oh, my mom already knows that I'm out here. So Janelle was like, oh, okay, no problem. So Janelle called Christine, hey, I saw Mykelti out here walking. And Christine was like, oh, yeah, she's supposed to be out there walking, no problem. She said she was going for a walk. So Janelle said, well, I had seen a boy walking in the opposite direction, but me thinks that he was with Mykelti. And you know something?
What did
Janelle,
Christine say?
first of all, Janelle probably saw them as they were leaving each other.
Oh, yeah,
because
for
she
sure.
driving up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, and maybe also as the guy's walking, maybe turn around to check out Mykelti. Anyway, so she calls Christine, and Christine's like, I see. So my cousin said when she got home, she did get into trouble. Because Christine was like, yeah, we were not born yesterday. Janelle let me know that you were out there with a boy and whatever.
The things we do.
So, yeah, so Mykelti was like, yeah, she was that child that was giving problems.
I mean, but what child doesn't? I don't think there's a perfect child. I really don't.
There are some good children, and there's some children who aren't that great. Yeah.
Well, do we have perfect children though? Do they exist?
No, I mean I don't think. But there are some children who are pretty decent.
Yeah.
I've heard some parents say some kids are pretty decent. But yeah.
Yeah, y'all. But that was just our little 2 cents on this whole Mykelti's phase stuff. Very interesting, juicy read
I know.
along.
I had never heard this, so I thought this was some kind of tea right here.
Yeah.
So we did not know, but she did get out of that phase. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, y'all. But we'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.